Would you like to be able to play almost any song out there in only 10 minutes? Is that even possible? Yes, it is. I made a lesson on this about 3 years ago. It got 1 million views on YouTube. And today I'm going to do it again, but right here in this different setup. So what are we going to do? I'm going to teach you how to play almost any pop song in 10 minutes or less. And you might be thinking to yourself, wow, that would be pretty great. But if it sounds too good to be true, I know. So what's the catch? The catch is very simple. I'm going to teach you one technique that you're going to apply to all of these different songs and thus allowing you to play all of these songs in 5 to 10 minutes. Now I'll be honest here, it takes a little bit of time to get this technique under control, maybe an hour or two, but after you've done so, you'll be able to play almost any song in 10 minutes. In order to help you get started, I've released over 500 lessons here on YouTube that use this same technique, so you can have a look at them. They're called the easy lessons or the chords lessons, so you can check those out. But for now, let's dive into the technique first, and then I'll explain everything as we go. So welcome to the first actual lesson of the course. There's a few things that I'm assuming right here. You have a little bit of knowledge about the piano and you actually follow my lessons on YouTube. When I made that previous lesson, the one that got 1 million views, I had 200 easy lessons on YouTube, and the easy lessons were the ones where I'm playing chords. Ever since then, I've simply changed that name to chords lessons. And there's over 500 songs like that on my YouTube. So the first thing you can do to learn to play 500 songs without having to do anything at all is simply watch any of those lessons and you'll be able to play that, okay? It is also possible that the song that you want to play isn't in any of my lessons. In that case, I'm going to be referring you to lesson 2, 3, 4 and 5 of this course, because in lesson 1 I'm going to show you how those lessons actually work. So let's have a look at the song River Flows in You, which sounds like this. Okay, probably familiar with that. And that song is built up in a really nice way. We have 4 chords and they're being played right after each other. So right now I'm going to teach you what a chord progression is. A chord progression. And what a chord is, if you don't know that yet, we'll do that quickly as well. And I'll show you how easy this song to play is by simply playing the chords. By the way, I've made a full course on this as well, previous week. And it is called Play Beautiful Songs in No Time. Now that one goes a little bit more in depth on how these songs are built up. In this one I just quickly want to demonstrate. When we play this song, River Flows in You, we're basically playing 4 chords. Okay, agree with me there? Okay, it's just 4 sounds that we're playing continuously. We call that a chord progression. So we have the first chord, second chord, third chord, and fourth chord. If you actually watch my lesson for River Flows in You, you will figure out that these chords are F sharp minor, okay, which is F sharp, A, C sharp, D, which is D, F sharp, A, A, right here, and E, right here, E, G sharp, and B. Okay, so these are the 4 chords of River Flows in You. Now, if you want to learn how to play any of my lessons really easily, all you have to do is figure out the chords and then learn how to play chords. Well, playing chords is very easy, okay? And then after you've learned to play the chords, depending on your level, you can add the melody line, okay? So playing River Flows in You in a very easy way would be to just play those chords. Okay, agree? Maybe River Flows in You isn't that exciting to play like that because there isn't a vocal line added on top, okay? But if we, for instance, want to play Clocks by Coldplay, we are essentially only playing 3 chords, okay? So songs like that are very easy. I just wanted to demonstrate it with this song because it also applies. So basically we have our chord progression right here, right now. The most basic way to play River Flows in You is to simply play all of these chords. Okay, which by the way is the same chord progression as Toto in Africa, you know. Don't take a lot to drive me away from you. Okay, which means that if you actually learn this, you could make a remix of Africa and River Flows in You. Maybe I'll do that. Let's see who's quicker, you or me. But that's the cool thing about the chord progression. So you take a chord, you play the next one, you play the next one, you play the next one. Now, what is really important is when you play off of my lesson that you know how to play these chords. And that is very easy. You want to take your left hand and play the bottom note right here. So this, all of these notes are going to be played in left. Okay, that's how we start. Like this. And as you can see, I'm playing not a single note, I'm actually playing two notes at the same time. So I'm playing an octave, okay? Playing an octave right here. And then I'll move to the next note. Playing an octave simply means that I play this note, the F sharp, right here. But I also play it one octave lower, okay? It's the exact same note, but I play it at the same time on two different pitch levels. Okay, if you're having trouble to figure out what note that is, you start on this note and you count 12 notes. And you will end up on that note, okay? Okay, right here. Actually, I kind of like it. Let's switch this lesson over to Africa by Toto, why not? And then later on, we'll figure out if we made a mistake by using these chords or if we're actually in the correct key. And that's what this whole lesson is about, okay? Figuring out the correct key to a song. Okay, right there. So for the right hand, you're simply going to play these chords. So F sharp, A, C sharp, then D, F sharp, A, then A, C sharp and E, and E, G sharp, B. Okay? So right would be like that, okay? That is how in essence you play this song. So if you know the chords, which you do because you're watching one of my lessons, all you have to do is play this in the left hand and play this in the right hand, okay? That will literally take you about 2 or 3 minutes and then you already know how to play the song. Sometimes the chord progression changes, however, okay? So it could be different chords. Then you simply see that in my lesson and you adapt that. If you want to learn how to figure it out without having my lessons, so for any of the other gazillion songs that are out there, we will also do that later on in this course, okay? So just sit tight for now. Let's just combine that. So the most easy way to play either River Flows in You or Toto by Africa or Africa by Toto is to simply play the chord in the right hand and the note. You can do a single or a double note in the left hand. Now, as you can hear, we're kind of jumping all over the piano. Here, listen. There's a lot of difference in height and pitch of the note. So maybe I would rather play it here. Sounds a little bit more composed, right? So if I add the left hand, something like that. So how am I doing that? That is called an inversion, and we're going to take a look at that in the second lesson. Again, if you're following my lessons on YouTube, I will show you the correct, or in my opinion, the correct inversion to play, so you don't have to think about that at all. You can simply, with this setup, play all of these songs. You play the ground note of the chord in your left hand. You choose whether you want to play a single note or actually play the octave to make that note pop out a little bit more. And then the chord, you're going to play that in the right hand. If you manage to be at a party and somebody's playing guitar and they're playing a song that you want to play along with, simply ask them, hey dude, what are the chords? And they will tell you, maybe it's A, D, E, F sharp, right? And you can simply play that left hand, A, D, E, F sharp. I don't know what song that will be, but those are then the chords, and you can simply play that along and play the chord in the right hand. If you don't know all of the chords yet, that is absolutely fine. I would advise you to start by learning the major and the minor chords first. I've got a course on Skillshare that will teach you 200 chords, and the first 2 episodes will teach you the major and the minor chords. So that's very important. But for now, I want to move on to the next lesson where I'm going to show you the inversions. So how can we actually make this sound like this? Which in my ears sounds a lot nicer. And since you're watching this on YouTube, keep in mind lesson 2 is going to be on Skillshare only. And as I said before, you can actually get free access to that lesson via the link in the description box down below. Now here's the catch, I can only offer that for a limited amount of people, and I don't know exactly how many. I've been told 1,000 or maybe 2,000, and some people already entered. Like I've had that link up for a year for different courses as well. So I don't really know like what the limit is. So if you're interested in this course, if you want to learn how to play all of these songs quickly, make sure to check that out in the description box down below. And keep in mind that Skillshare is a website that kind of works like Netflix. You pay a fee per month of $8.95, and that will give you access to all of the courses on Skillshare. So there's 20,000 courses on Skillshare, including mine. And by using that link in the description box down below, you will get 2 months of free access to all of these courses, not just mine. But the courses that I currently have up is a play by ear course. It's a course on how to play the most beautiful songs in the world easily. It's this course, a chord course, and also the ultimate piano course, in which you can learn in over 8 hours all of the tips and tricks that you want to learn. Keep in mind, at the end of this course, I'm sharing a secret that I don't want to share on YouTube. So it's on Skillshare only, but I'm sharing a secret as to how easy it is to figure out every song like in the world, because it's one of the things that I do because I have to create so many lessons. I need to figure out these songs quick, right? So I don't have time to sit through them and figure it out by ear all the time. I have to use quicker ways to actually figure out these songs and make sure that they're in the correct key. So I will show you that in one of the later lessons of this course. For now, I want to thank you so much for watching. Remember to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you on Skillshare.